Hello everyone, I'm Shweta Bharadwaj once again. You all know me because most of the time you have seen my videos related to math learning. I tried my level best to cater to the needs of the varied learners who have problem in math. As you know, math being a very important subject, we want the students to be clear of their concepts. So I have been posting so many videos related to math. But today, for me, coming to this platform, is to raise awareness about the mental health issues. By profession, I'm a counselor. So it is very disheartening to know, like, still, apart from the several awareness which is been issued by the several people around us who have someone their near and dear ones who has been suffering from the mental disorders, and someone who's like near and dear ones were already good, but because of some or the other factors the mental health disorders are triggered. So there are some disorders which are by born, and there are some disorders which is coming, and it started like in the lifetime. So it means, it makes us think like maybe there is something which we are yet not able to understand. Though we have mental awareness month in the month of May, then a very important step has been taken care by the government for raising the awareness among the people in the form of World Suicidal Prevention Day, on which the basically we talk of what is the importance of talking, what is the importance of having an open conversation when it comes to societal prevention. There has been a stigma among the people of the society, and there is a myth as well, like if you are not having a tendency of suicide and you are not having any thoughts regarding the suicide, but if someone is asking you about it, it is like provoked in your mind. Believe me, this has proved to be wrong. A survey says, like, so many people decided to commit suicide, but the people who came to have to seek professional support, and then some people who are open to the open conversation among the people, maybe they trust someone among their own people, so they talk to them, and then the people are able to help. As a result, if suppose 14% decided to commit suicide, like they were thinking of somehow, there was in mind like I may have to commit suicide, there is no other go. When they talked to the people, among them 4 persons actually were convinced like no, there is no need of suicide, there is another way out for life, and life is beautiful, we should enjoy it. We should not directly jump to the extreme conclusion of suicide, because it is not only hindering the life of them, but it is influencing the others also, who end up taking a very mean decision of committing a suicide. Then after finally it was seen like just because few people are still not open to the open conversation, so the suicide happened. Actually people took committed suicide, but that ratio is very less. That makes us think like why not make it a general rule, like to have an open conversation with your near and dear ones, and remove the stigma among the people. Like if we are talking to someone regarding like do you have any thought in your mind regarding suicide or something, because you, I feel like you are not feeling well these days, you are you look little stressed these days. Believe me, it is not going to trigger the thought, rather it is going to trigger the thought about thinking about that decision which the person has already made once, to think once again about that, and it can prevent the suicide from happening. And this way we are stopping a major thing from happening in the society. And by this, like several people one on the other, as you know, like when this news is spread, some good news also comes among the people when they come to know, okay, here the suicide was prevented, and the people is tempted to give it a thought, to think about it at least 1 or 2 times before doing that. And this is the main thing, how we can work and we can prevent suicide. Now, when it comes to mental health, first thing I must tell you, which would be like again not very different from others who have already said, like as we know, these days the number of children's coming up with the neurological disorders or the learning difficulty has increased a lot. So The first thing which any doctor says, like first when you approach them, is the acceptance to the key, and we are not like exception among them who have been told so. Being a mother, I'm aware like how it feels when someone is telling you acceptance is the key. But believe me, that is the first step we should think. But then there remains what I can say, like blockage in the mind of the people when they think like once we have accepted, this is solved. But acceptance is an ongoing process. It is not only one time you have accepted the fact and then the purpose is solved. Okay, acceptance is the key to her to work with or help someone which is having who is having a neurodiverse dear ones. Sometimes people are very hesitant first of all to accept. That's why this has been told key acceptance is the first key, because the people are very hesitant. They have the stigma among the society, like if I accept this fact, my child will be called a special child, and then this way like they will put a banner. Believe me, you should not be scared of this. Rather, you should be scared of how you're damaging your child's life or your near or dear one's life by not accepting the fact that your child is different. And when we are able to counsel the parents, being a counselor, and we make them understand why it is important to accept that fact that your child is different, and get every possible ways to figure out like what your child is suffering from. It means like which condition your child is in. Because when we talk of autism spectrum disorder, this is something which is like an umbrella that we already know. Spectrum is a big umbrella, but sometimes some of the features tallies with the others, but at the same time it may not be the same symptom. As we know, when we talk of the autism spectrum disorder and we say spectrum, we are not even away from it. A normal people anyway, like including me, when I'm talking about it, it is like it's a very normal human tendency to whatever we like, we love to listen it again and again. So we called it, in terms of us, we call it like I would like to listen it again. When it comes to the child, we say the child is having repetitive behavior. So the word itself is changing here. Behavior. So what is a behavior? Behavior is nothing what we exhibit. That is called a behavior. The difference between a normal people and the child and the person who is suffering from normal people means like they are also normal. The person who is suffering from ASD and the person who are not suffering from SD, I can say it, is the number of times their tendency like to listen that again and again, or in a simple way you can say the control is missing, where they suffer a lot. They don't know, like we with our mind we are able to control it, but they somehow are carried away with it. As a result, they are being called like under spectrum. Other than that, we all are under spectrum. We all fall under a spectrum for each of our trait. So now here when I am saying like acceptance is the key and it's an ongoing process, what I mean to say is the reason being here, your journey starts where if you really want to help your child, if you really want to help your near and dear ones, there will be some steps involved. First thing, accept the child the way they are and do not impose them. First of all, this is a human tendency, like when your child is learning something, no, you start imposing the other things. Okay, now as the child is learning, maybe the other thing is like we will teach this. Have a control over yourself here. So don't intervene in child how to behave the way you want him to behave, because this way you are actually affecting the self-esteem of the child, which every child has. A newborn, when it is they are born, that time also if the mother is not giving them a proper respect of bringing the for the first time the child to the nipple with her care and affection, the child refuses to drink the milk. This can make us think like even when the people is born, a person is born, from that time they deserve to have respect. And that makes a mother and child bond different from all other relationship in the world. Now, when we say try the things, whatever you want to teach your child, try the things. There is no harm because we have to try. It's nothing okay, the child has learned this, this is enough. It's a continuous process, whatever they have to learn. Try the things you want the child to teach, but accept the way they want to learn. So the choice of how they want to learn, please leave it to them. You keep trying, but accept the way how they are learning. Third thing, teach them the etiquettes of life, because we people are like very particular about this is the etiquette, table etiquette, this is the etiquette, societal etiquettes. Teach them the etiquettes. There is no harm in teaching them the etiquettes, but accept how they feel comfortable in the society when they are following these etiquettes. Because if we are putting so much of conditions on them before putting them or placing them in a society, they are not 100% there. When they have so many things to think, like mama had told me to behave like this, mama had told me to behave like this is the table etiquette, just leave them, let them enjoy their life in the society. Fourth thing, try to teach them the societal norms, which is very important. I can understand, like very common thing you parents will ask me, ma'am, if I'm just leaving my child to do whatever they want to do, it is breaking the societal norms, and then the people in the society, they are not accepting. As we have told already, like acceptance has begun, it's in progress. But try to teach them the societal norm, but accept the way they want to be accepted in the society. Because as we are also changing, we are also taking some steps, they are also taking some steps, there will be a bridge in between where we all will meet. And then it will not be only our child who is actually putting effort, it will be we and the society together who are putting effort for it. So finally, I mean to say, I just want to say, I can say, you try like your child to be ultimately accepted basically the way they want to. So you understand themselves. To means like they should understand you also, ki you are someone who is helping him in his journey, not someone who is pushing him to learn in the journey. So basically, acceptance should be an ongoing process. Accept your child in every walks of life. So, with this note, I would like to say, like these days we have encountered several issues. The parents come up and approach us for, like my child is having pukey sensation with the with certain kind of food. They like to have crunchy food. Some child is having anxiety, a societal anxiety or a subject related anxiety. Most of the child are having writing difficulties, writing issues, where they are saying like he's orally very good, but when it comes to writing, they are refusing. So there are different things involved, like why this is happening. Some child is having comprehension issues, some child is having reading issues, some child writes a letter, when they are writing two, they write ot. So about these things, we do have solution. We can work out with these steps. So let's start and take a small steps to teach a particular thing, and then see the child blooming. So please subscribe my video and stay tuned to my video for the upcoming videos, which I'll be posting about the topics which I discussed, like why the child is getting puking sensation while they are eating some slimy or some food, like which they don't like. You can say the non-preferred food for the child. Why the child takes anxious, becomes anxious and not able to sit at a proper place. Why there are writing issues increasing in most of the child. Why the child is not able to understand the comprehension. Why there is reading issues. Why the child is writing the the first letter and the letter before, like in two they are writing ot. So I'll be giving you one by one why the child is doing that and the problem solving skills. Not only why, I'm intended here to answer your why. Why is something which will be discussed, like which are the common questions which the parent asks us. But then what is the solution, I will tell you from my aspect. But at the end also, I will again tell you, please accept the way your child is. They are beautiful human beings, so accept them. If you accept them, the first step you have already taken. And in your life, if you keep on accepting them, the time you think like, okay, I tried my level best, then this is where my child is saying, okay, enough. Please accept that enough. It is going to give the child lot of comfort, and then the child is open to the conversation with you, which will help you in case of suicidal prevention events, even for the latter. So don't always take a goal, very small goals. Take small goals, because to reach to larger goals, we do need to take small goals. But always keep in mind the long term goal, which will create a more impactful effect. Thank you so much for watching the video, and please stay tuned for the another video. Thank you.